Sorry, but we have very short time.
Yes.
3 minutes for answer.
Okay. Well, I think the crux of the matter is perhaps that post-Keynesians don't have this faith in the strength of the competitive processes, so that they really see profit rate differentials as something which is embedded in the economy. It's hard for the other post-Keynesians to imagine a world in which we have these profit rates which are identical in each.
But what determines their average?
Well, but that's an average. That's not.
I mean, there is more profits or less profits. How is it measured? Just share. I mean, there must be a benchmark. The rate of profit is not necessarily.
Right, there is a benchmark, and often it's.
What does it mean? There must be a sense in saying profits increase, profits decrease, wages increase.
Yeah, there is a benchmark, but the benchmark may not be always the same in each industry. I mean, in some industry maybe it's 15%, and in others it seems to be more. Or if you are producing a new product, something completely new, then the benchmark is completely different.
It's a bit vague, isn't it? There is a movement of distribution, and we okay.
Yes, but Pierre, you know also that there are barriers to entry, for instance, in some specific industry.
Sorry?
You know that there are barriers to entry in some specific industry, which are very important. If you study industrial organization, this is
quite
the first thing
interesting
you
what
see.
happens in an industry, but we are also interested traditionally in what happens in the economy.
Yes, but I think just a small comment, then I keep silent. I think one of the origins of the problem, and you know, Pierre, that there is a long time that there is this problem, is probably the fact that, if I can give an opinion on what is the position of the post-Keynesian with whom the dialogue would be possible, because it depends on the kind of post-Keynesian you are considering. Anyway, the point is that one. As far as I'm concerned, I never understood, for instance, why we are obliged to conceive gravitation as a process in which we always conceive the tendency to the natural position. I am speaking of relative prices in that case, not of monetary prices at the macro level. Let us say gravitation in the classical sense. I don't see why we must understand this process as a process of adjustment of market prices to a given long-run position. Why, for instance, not having in mind a situation in which, for instance, the discrepancy in the short term of supply and demand have an influence on the target. And then we see if the target, that is kind of more long-run position. I'm sorry, Heinrich, I wrote a paper on that 10 years ago. I had never any answer. And I was not alone, there was a debate. And there are a lot of people. So you must not say no. You have to consider the problem. I don't, because as far as I understood, Piero, what you call gravitation is the position of adjustment towards a given long-run position.
I'm a bit lost, but do you think that when you write an equation with prices, and have the actual prices you see in the economy, what is the meaning of the prices you put in an equation? That is the problem. That is the problem. What is the meaning of the prices? Not the actual prices in the shop downstairs.
No, I think I'm speaking here of analytical market prices, not of actual prices.
We are already 5
We are
minutes.
interested in the prices we find in the economy.
I think the only other point I would make is that what I find problematic is the process of the convergence. I mean, you spoke of the article by Carignani in 1990. I read it, but I must admit I never managed to understand exactly what was going on, and so I have not been convinced. You know, it's not like some of the other convergence models, you know, like those by Duménil and Lévy. I can understand what they are doing, and so I can put my finger, I agree with this, or I agree with that. So that's why I think that I support those post-Keynesians who say they have a problem with this gravitation.
Maybe if you are not working with two commodities and the mathematical model, the thing becomes complicated. I think nobody has it. Okay.
We are ready to run to the bar. In 2 seconds.